Are you running on fat? Are you burning fat when you're training, when you're racing? Is it your preferred method of fuel? It should be. It's a fantastic fuel source. You get a lot more energy from fat than you do from carbs. So let's talk about it, fat versus carbs. Let's take the first thing. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, and versus the carb, that is 4 gram. For 1 gram of carb, you have 4 calories. So if you would think of it, it's a lot like a diesel engine versus a petrol engine. So we'll do a lot slower burning, and we don't get that much quick power. These high insulin spikes we get from doing the carb diets, and the highs and the lows, and you get from swing with the carbs, ups and down. So is it good? Of course, for sprints and other extreme exercise, and some exercises where you do a lot of things, where you do sprinting and other things. But as you can see, I can't talk about all the good thing about carbs. Of course, carbs has their place. They're a very fantastic source until you've tried going the other route and being adapted to fat burning, getting in a ketosis state, and being keto adapted is a fantastic thing. It's not only working good for you with your training, it's also fantastic for your focus and your energy, and just working through, giving it very much. I'm very focused when I'm in a ketogenic state. It's a very nice, cool thing. But one of the things I like a lot about the keto lifestyle is that it's based a lot about the principles I love a lot, which is why it's called CroodEO. CroodEO, it's real food crossed with what comes from the earth, the paleo lifestyle, but crossed with a functional strength-based training. So cross your training and cross your food, and stay away from processed food. This is a process that I work through with all my clients. It's a very cool way to work it into an everyday life, where even though you're not training, you're still in a focused fat burning state. It's a very cool process when you're in it. So let's talk about it. You need a guide. It can be a little dangerous just jumping straight in a hole and then just stop eating carbs. You need some things in place before you jump in. You have some vital points that you need to make sure you get some salts and minerals, and get enough fat, and don't overdo the fat as well. People can do that as well. And then, especially for a lot of my listeners and watchers, people who are watching my channel and my site and working with me, is workout. How do I couple this with my workout routine, and how does all of this work together? And in the beginning, it's a adaptation, and it's hard. Your workouts aren't gonna be as good as they were before. You're gonna go a little slower, and then slowly transitioning in, and then suddenly you're just running on fat, and it's just working. You're focused all the time, and it's a very cool process. But I would say you need some guidance. I'm gonna, through my channel here, do some help, a lot of help I can do with going a low carb diet, and also introducing some swings where you're gonna put in carbs, so you're partly in ketosis and going out of ketosis on sometimes. And I will be talking about how to do carbs as well, and how you should be using carbs. That's I've planned that for next week. So look forward to my video and an article on how to put in carbs the right way, and still doing a low carb style lifestyle all the way around. And then, but look out for that one. So let's take a look at it. What is ketosis? Ketosis is a form where your body, it's made so that you can run without carbs. We don't need carbs. It is not essential. When there are not enough carbs available in your body will produce from the liver some ketones. These ketones are primarily made so that the brain can run on the ketones, and your workouts can be run on ketones. They're not as fast and explosive as ATP, the preferred source that's made from sugar molecules. So to get in a ketosis state, put short, it's a safety process that we all have, that when we're in a very, very low caloric or carbohydrate state, the body can still survive and maintain itself. It will just start taking fat cells and converting them into ketones. This is how we keep on running without having carbs. And what is running without carbs? You should have under 5% of your daily intake be carbs, and no more, and still not just use 50%, 60% protein. Proteins can be converted as well into sugar molecules. So we should be around 80%, 75%, 80% of your nutrition should be fat in the beginning, especially, and then carbs, and then fat, and then protein, and then some fat as the last part. So this is the crucial part. It's a high fat diet with a very low carb, and then we'll just use protein to maintain and increase our muscles, whatever our goal is. So my general recommendation for my clients is 1 gram of carbs per lean kilo of body mass, and that depends on your preferences and what they would like to gain. So it's between 1 to 1.5, 4 or 5. What we're doing, if it's strong building period and base, we change it up a little. But that's a very, very long explanation for what carbs is. So how do you get in a ketosis state? A very cool trick that a lot of people are using that works very, very well is MCT oil. So you use MCT oil. The main part of using MCT oil in a larger amount is they just don't jump in and do 5-6 tablespoons a day. You will get very, very runny pants. Take it slowly, and my advice is, if you would like to use a kind of like a bulletproof style coffee, moving into it, so you'll be fasting a part of the day, intermittent fasting kind of style. So you jump over your breakfast and then use a bulletproof coffee with MCT oil. My advice here is use a powdered MCT oil. These aren't that hard on your stomach as the others, that the liquid ones are, but we'll talk more about MCTs. If you would like to, you're always welcome to ask me in my Facebook group, where I'll help you everything I can to work with it. But before we go there with the group, should you do a low carb, a ketogenic diet? Yes and no. You need to be decided. This is what I'm going to do. It's hard getting in and out of ketosis. It can be hard, especially if you get in, you can get the keto flu, and it's just working out. It's hard in the beginning, and when you're over that state, it's fantastic. It can take between 4 to 6 months to be fully, from 4 weeks to up to 6 months to be fully fat adapted, so you're running on fats forever. But when this shift is made, it's done. it's just a little maintenance. Your body is ready. It's running on food, on fat as fuel. It's a very cool state. But this is a lot of talking and things. It was just I was supposed to just make a short video on introducing and telling you a little about ketogenic and keto lifestyle. But if you'd like to learn more about the keto lifestyle, no, just a low carb lifestyle is too extreme. Just moving straight to the keto. So my advice is do a low carb and then go lower, and then when you're ready, go all the way in, do under 5% of your 5% carbs, and then you will move into a very nice focused keto style. But if you need help and would like me to go through your nutritional, I would like to make you an offer. Join my Facebook group and write in the group that you would like me to look at your nutrition. I will send you a link to an app where you will track your nutrition for 5 to 7 days. And in here, you're just taking pictures of your food. And when you're done with this, I can see your entire food log. And then I'll go through it in a video and telling you what you can optimize to get the best out of your nutrition. For weight loss, for training, for OCR racing, for long distance OCR race, whatever your goal is, I'll try to help you. But jump on here, right under the video, there's a link to the group. Jump in the group, and I'll talk to you inside the group. Bye.